ladies and gentlemen.
Zdravím vás, pány a dámové, já jsem Níku a vítám vás tu dalšího pokračování ze hry Chernobylite. Než se do toho ale vrhneme, menší poděkování. Tímto bych chtěl extrémně poděkovat všem členům tohoto kanálu, kteří se rozhodli finančně podpořit moji tvorbu. Je to neskutečný, děkuju moc krát a je to brutální motivace k tomu natáčet nový a lepší content. Také bych chtěl poděkovat vám všem za vaše odběry, lajky a komentáře u minulých videí a zároveň bych vás chtěl poprosit o like a koment pod tímto videem, protože vaše odezva je pro mě neskutečně důležitá a pomůže to videu v YouTube algoritmu. A v neposlední řadě navštivte můj Discord, který najdete v popisku videa, kde jsem se za vaši podporu rozhodl vám každý týden darovat nějaké Steam klíče. Tohle bude všechno a užijte si video. Tak jsme tu zpátky u Chernobylitu. Já už ho chci vážně extrémně rychle prolítnout. To znamená, že tu nebudu zdržovat a jdeme rovnou chrápat. Každopádně ho chci pořádně a co nejrychleji vlastně prolítnout, protože už mi docela zavazí. Chtěl bych se věnovat Mori s Enshrouded a s Pacific Drivem. Do toho budou vycházet ještě další hry teďka. Takže potřebuji se Chernobylitu co nejrychleji zbavit, což pro nás znamená jedno a to, že dneska valíme co nejrychleji hlavní příběhovou linku. Já to tady nebudu vůbec obkecávat, to rozdělování těch misí a tak podobně znáte, což znamená, že se uvidíme, až se něco bude dít. To bylo rychlý.
I think I know why they took my mom. She was dangerous to NAR. It wasn't a coincidence. She saw something, even took a photo. You see, when NAR first came here, they pretended to be friendly. They offered free examinations to several sample shells and even promised my mother medical assistance. It was all a ruse, of course. My mother was invited to their lab and she ended up seeing something she wasn't supposed to.
OK, takže viděla něco, co nikdy vědět neměla, což znamená, zeptáme se na laboratoř.
They were running experiments with Chernobylite on human subjects, all volunteers, of course. Soon after that, people started vanishing,
dobrovolníci.
included.
Mohlo by se jednat o důležité vodítko a důkaz toho, co RNA dělá.
No. My mom always kept it on her.
Jo, takže matka uměla vždycky u sebe. Ještě jiný důkaz.
No, but I can't see my mother lying about something like that. She only ever had the sample shell's best interest at heart. My mother was the least selfish person I've ever known. She wanted to help everyone who suffered from the Chernobyl disaster in any way she could. She paid the ultimate price for her kind heart. Now, I have to find out why and make this right.
I get it. Really? She sounds like an amazing lady. How can I help?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to know what my mother saw in that lab. I need you to go to Lenin Square and get inside. There must be something there incriminating NAR. This will help your search for Tatiana as well. If she's in the zone, she must somehow be part of all of this.
It won't be easy, but I'll definitely try.
OK.
Igor.
Ty vole. Hned nás chytne další.
You don't want to go to Lenin Square. I don't think you're ready. Who knows what you'll be up against?
I think I've proved myself quite capable, no?
You can harness the power of Chernobylite, an impressive feat. But what if they find a way to disable it?
I've been taking risks pretty much since the beginning. It's the only way forward.
I admire your grit, but I've seen guys like you in the field. They never quit until they're dead.
Já tam jdu i přes svou smrt, Olivere. I přes svou smrt. Problém je, že já na ten plán vážně budu potřebovat všech 5 členů a nějakých 5 nástrojů, zatím mám jen 1. A 4 vyšetřování, kde mám 2, jo, takže Já doufám, že Tarakan se k nám ještě chlapec vrátí a bude nám pomáhat, no, že to nějakým způsobem vyřešíme. Každopádně jdeme na to.
It seems that Olga's mother was onto something that got her killed.
Jdeme za tou Olžinou matkou, za to náměstí, jak uvidíme, co tam najdeme, no. A Táňa nám tady do toho kecá samozřejmě. Brzy dosáhneme bodu, ze kterého není návratu. Let's go, kámo. Já už to potřebuji končit, takže jdeme. Jdeme.
After the lab, Igor. Should be in the middle of NAR's camp. See if you can slip in unnoticed. Don't get in any fight unless you have to.
Sure thing, Mum. And don't worry, I've got my sweater.
You've got some issues, don't you?
Okay. Now's not the time to get distracted.
Locate the lab and try to reach it without drawing attention. You don't want to fight all these guys at once.
To je true, nechceme bojovat se všema najednou. Jdem najít nějaký způsob, jak se tam dostat nepozorovaně. Tady už jsou chlapci, takže tady už to začíná být docela jolo. Tak, já bych nerad chytil nějakou jasný. Tak. Já si vás ještě jednou odhalím. To vypadá, že to tady půjde projít nějak nenápadka. Ale bude to muset být sneaky peaky. Nahoře, tam vzadu. Bych je teoreticky mohl zabíjet, ale proč, když to zatím není potřeba. A uvidíme, kam nás to teďka táhne. Tak, uděláme další obhlídku. Pěkně.
Prepare 50 mils of ferric chloride and 100 mils of chlordiazepoxide.
Who are you? What are you doing in here?
Černý stalker tady.
Who was it?
You're Kiminyuk. Dear God, please don't hurt me.
I asked you a goddamn question.
My boss, you mean? I don't know his real identity. Almost nobody does, I swear.
Do you really want to play it this way? I can see you're scared, and rightfully so. But it seems you're deliberately trying my patience.
No, not at all, sir. Please, I can't tell you what I don't know. But I can tell you other things. Just ask. Just don't kill me. I can be useful. You'll see.
Vanya, my patience is wearing thin. Where are those damned chemicals?
Řekne mu, ať odpoví.
Answer him, but casually. Relax.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'll send them right away. Apologies for the delay.
Spare me the excuses and move. I need that chlordiazepoxide and I need it now. You two, continue without me. I hope for your sakes you don't screw this up.
It would be best if you forgot I was ever here.
Of course. I won't tell a soul.
To bych ti radil, kámo, to bych ti radil, jinak si pro tebe dojdu, vole. Jinak si pro tebe, kámo, dojdu. Tamhle chlapci nás možná... Nechaj. Myslíš, že se tady dá skipnout? Jo, dá. A možná se tam dostanem celkově nepozorovaně. Tam jsou dva. To budou ale doktorci. Předpokládám.
Look at the tissue structure. This used to be a liver, if you can believe it. We need to collect samples.
The brain is hyperactive. Look at the chart. But it still doesn't respond to any stimuli. The previous subject had quite a different reaction. What's behind this difference, I wonder? Age? Sex?
Tak pojďte, povězte mi víc, chlapci.
Finally. Who the hell are you? What did you do with Vanya?
Stay very still if you want to live.
Please don't hurt us. We're scientists.
Yeah, so was Dr. Mengele. Are you performing a vivisection without anesthesia? Administering shots of typhus? What are you doing exactly? I really want to know.
No, nothing like that. We're not beasts. We treat our patients as humanely as possible. But you have to understand that...
Scientific advancement requires sacrifice.
Lidský oběti? Aj.
You make it sound sinister. But yes, Everything we do is for the greater good.
How does it work? Are you shooting these poor souls up full of Chernobylite?
I can't talk about that. The NDA we signed is very strict. The penalties...
Did you just say NDA? Are you for real? Stop being a corporate stooge and start thinking about your own life.
Sure, you're right, of course. We started out giving them shots, but that was just the first stage.
Tyjo, se to začíná docela wow. Pěkný bordel tady.
It was, you see. The fatality rate was... it didn't bring the desired results.
We've moved from administering nanosolutions to directly editing human genomes to enhance them with Chernobylite. We've developed our own Chernobylite CRISPR.
Your patients or subjects, whatever you call them, especially the locals, what happened to them?
Which ones? There were many patients here. Some of them didn't make it past the final phase. The others, we don't know.
Don't let him dodge the question. Make him talk.
Look, please, can we all try to stay calm? Let us explain. Modifying genomes is only the first step. Next, we induce a state of superconsciousness in the subject's gamma brainwaves. It's basic neurology. The sympathetic nervous system begins to release enormous amounts of energy straight to the brain via the thalamic gate at the brainstem. When the thalamic gate opens, the energy flows to the pineal gland and... well, there you go. I don't like to use this term, but it opens a third eye.
A third eye? Right. Then what?
Enhanced by Chernobylite, the pineal gland can do incredible things. Release all kinds of energy, and even influence physical objects, as in telekinesis.
You're torturing people so they can bend spoons with their mind? God, what kind of quacks are you?
This is all following the scientific method, believe me. These are closely monitored, replicable experiments. Anyway, when the subject is ready for the final stage, we put them in an induced coma. Contrary to what you might think, it's for their own good.
Explain, and fast. What is this final stage?
Our boss calls it communion. It's when the subject's gamma brainwaves interact with Chernobylite's mental waves. Or, well, to tell you the truth, we don't know exactly what it is. Chernobylite is like a virus, in a way. It's not exactly inorganic matter, but neither is it a living organism. It's something in between. And it produces a type of brainwave, even though it clearly has no structured organic tissue.
Ty vole, tady toho kurva je, tady se teďka dovídáme informací, zeptat se na splynutí.
This is where it gets really interesting. You know that Chernobylite can be used to create wormholes, right? You've been doing it yourself. But these wormholes are special. Haven't you noticed? They're not a purely physical phenomenon.
I don't understand. What else could they be?
We know what singularities and the tunnels should look like. We know what they are in theory. But has anyone actually been inside one before?
Bullshit. I've studied Chernobylite too. The exotic energy it contains is powerful enough to create quasi-black holes and passages between them.
We thought so too, at first. But think about this. What if there was an organism, or a virus, an entity powerful enough to create its own singularities?
No biological organism could encapsulate that kind of energy, or survive if it did. A living entity would be torn to shreds.
But Chernobylite is not a normal biological organism, is it? We have no idea what it is. Just try and consider the possibility that the wormholes you're walking into are not something created outside of Chernobylite. They are Chernobylite. You're traveling through the veins and corridors of its multidimensional body.
But what does that have to do with this communion thing?
Isn't it obvious? We're trying to communicate with Chernobylite, or somehow influence it through the mental energy of our subjects. But getting inside this thing's mind, or whatever it is, must be a truly disturbing experience.
You're fucking insane, both of you. You need to stay away from the morphine cabinet for a while. I've heard enough. Who's your patient here?
I'm not sure, but she must have been carefully selected.
Selected? How? Did she volunteer? Or was she maybe run down and captured by soldiers in the woods?
Nebude totálně, že ne?
Talk!
I'm not familiar with the selection process. Our boss would know. But we know very little about him.
What's your boss in charge of exactly?
The entire biotech division, pretty much everything Chernobylite related, but mainly the impact on human physical and psychological functions.
A já jsem si myslel, že tady budeme mít dneska nějakou akci a my tady místo toho kecáme, ale jako ty informace jsou dobrý. To se musí nechat, ale...
How does this work with Chernobylite?
It's similar to a standard gene editing tool. We take specialized protein from a certain bacteria, modify it with Chernobylite, and then target the exact genes we want to modify.
Wait, I know more about physics than genetics, but CRISPR is usually done on embryos, right? And it takes time, sometimes even years, for mutations to show.
Our boss developed his own methods. The process is applied directly in the subject's body. The speed of the mutations has increased exponentially. It no longer takes years, but weeks, sometimes mere days. Marvelous.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
All I've got from you so far is a bunch of gibberish. I want to see the actual research. Where do you keep your data? All the research data?
Check the database in this computer. Everything can be accessed from here.
It's password protected, isn't it?
Promise not to kill us and we'll tell you.
Don't worry, I don't give a shit about you. Password.
23#98S$.
Listen to me very
Okay.
carefully, Igor. This research, this data, it's too dangerous to exist. My people died because of it. Delete everything. It won't bring my mother
A to tam bude někdo, kdo bude chtít, aby jsme to nesmazali, ne? Ale já když si to vezmu, tak ona odejde. Ty vole, co já budu dělat do píči? Pardon. Já když si ty data stáhnu, což bych nejradši chtěl, tak mám takový pocit, že mi odejde ta, že jo. Smažem je. Hele, můžeme se Černobylitem vždycky vrátit. Tohle jsou rozhodnutí, které můžeme změnit v budoucnu, kdyby bylo potřeba. Takže... Olga z toho má radost. To je pro mě teďka důležité, aby mi neodešla. Je to na nic vzhledem k tomu, že... Tak, vzhledem k tomu, že jsme nepokročili moc. Tady něco je? Tady je otazníček, než půjdeme domů a půjdeme na další misu. Tady nenápadně proběhnu. Stopa. Cože, co prosím? Přenět rozkaz k přesunu pacienta 0. Lubimilo, jsem připraven na závěrečnou fázi. Přesuňte pacienta 0 do elektrárny, abychom mohli zahájit spojení. Jakmile budou všechny prvky na svém místě, využijte všechny prostředky a veškerý personál, který máme k dispozici, abychom proces urychlili. Amalie vám musí být připravena co nejdříve, takže nechte všeho, co právě děláte, a pusťte se do toho. Pokud vám Kozlov nebo Korobkin budou dělat potíže, nasměřujte je mým směrem. Profesor G. Semonov. PS, mimochodem zbavte se toho idiota Aljoši, než ohrozí mou práci a já vás oba předhodím stínům. Uj. Takže tady ještě nějaká stopička. Ne, ježiš, třeba mačkám. My chceme jít back, že jo? A uvidíme, co dál, no. Tak povídej, Olgo.
I was hoping for some good news, but perhaps I was foolish. My mother, these people, they were all just used, processed. How could
možná byla jí
anyone do
matka, ne?
something like this?
Ta ženská, co tam teďka řešili.
Not sure yet. Bizarre theories about Chernobylite mostly. I don't know if I want to get into the details yet.
Try me. I'm not a bookworm like you, but I'm not stupid either.
Well, NAR seems to think Chernobylite is like a giant turtle that carries our universe on its back. They figure they can tame it and ride it wherever they want. Like a pet.
A turtle?
It's just a metaphor, but the scientific theory behind it is no less insane.
Right. Thanks for trying, I guess.
Víc jsme ti vysvětlit nemohli. Ne, to jsem někdo odchytl.
plan that you need to hear.
Die.
Yeah, right, of course. Sounds fan-fucking exciting.
Stop bitching and be grateful there's someone here to do the thinking when you're not around. Anyway, listen up. I think the time has come to kill off the biggest knobber of them all.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Who's on your shit list today?
Drum roll, please. General Kozlov, the single biggest NAR twat of them all. Time to end his miserable life. Pay back for what he did to my friends. And for his other shameful deeds, of course. Can't forget that.
You've got friends? That's new.
Not very funny. This fucker and his cronies iced my boys. Don't you ever joke about that. You fucking... His lapdogs captured us. Tortured us. I got lucky. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of me and left me to die.
Tak pojď.
Having electrodes clipped to your dong is not something you want to relive with casual acquaintances. The five of us set up this warehouse together. It was me, Zina, Yuri, Ludmila, and Igor. Like yourself, we were the fucking Pripyat Five. Respected businessmen. And women. We provided, essential goods and services for those who needed them. When NAR showed up, we tried to negotiate with them. But to this decrepit 20th century commie Kozlov, we were just a bunch of hippie anarchists and drug dealers. Anyway, a perfect opportunity to exact revenge. He's gonna give some kind of motivational speech to his private army of knobbers outside.
This sounds like a real opportunity. Taking Kozlov out is the only way to stop him from interfering with our plans. And to make him pay for his crimes, obviously.
As much as I admire clean work, shooting him like a lame deer would be a mistake. We should make him talk first, learn everything we can so we can better prepare for our heist. Passwords, codes, guard routines. After we have what we need, then we off him.
I agree on one point. Kozlov must die. But we don't have time for fun and games. Just dispose of him quickly and get out. Maybe he does deserve to suffer, and perhaps he has some intel we could use. But the only way to make sure he can't interfere is to kill him right away. That's what I recommend.
Mně se nelíbí to, že tam je napsaný pokusit se uníst Kozlova, protože to vypadá, jako kdyby to nemělo vyjít a bude z toho problém. A nebo ho můžeme prostě zajebat. Já nevím. Zajebem ho.
Let's take him out. Ideas on how to proceed?
You can count on me. Got a lot of practice hunting big game. First thing to consider, the proper vantage point. NAR's camp is located in the former palace of... I assume you know it?
Sure, I remember it. It's nothing but...
You'll need to kill Kozlov from a distance. Go to the Policia Hotel, top floor. There's a guard posted there. A guard with a sniper rifle. Kill the guard, grab the rifle, kill Kozlov.
To zní jako dobrý plán.
Why take the risk if you can shoot Kozlov from a safe distance?
What the fuck are you talking about, Olga? We're not gunning him down during a parade like JFK. He doesn't deserve such an honor. He needs to
Kennedy
suffer first. I want to see him suffer for what he did. When Kozlov's giving his bullshit pep talk, most of his drones will be in the main camp. Try to find the best route to the side entrance. You should be able to find some rat poison in the field kitchen. I suggest you add some to Kozlov's morning tea, but not too much. We don't want him to die right away.
All right. Let's do it.
To zní jako plán. To zní jako fucking plán. Smrt Kozlova. Co je to tady výbava pro chlapy. Takže to je náš questík, já to tady zase rozdělím a jdem na to.
General Kozlov? I wonder what his role is in all of this. Is he just a blunt instrument that the NAR uses to assert their power? Or is there more to the man?
Kdo
But you
ví?
can't worry about that. Now you must do whatever is necessary. The man is between you and the truth. Killing him may not be just, but it should cripple the NAR and make things simpler for you.
Už to, že Tatiana s náma komunikuje, je docela divná věc, takže... Ale tak to je asi všechno přes ten Chernobylite, no, jako... Tyjo, natáčíme 30 minut, tyjo, to zase bude dlouhý videjko, až to se stříhám. Ale strašně moc kecací, žádná akce, tyjo, jsme skoro nic... My jsme nikoho nezabili. Všem jen vyhrožovali, tyjo. Potřebujeme tady nahoru. A šupem honem rychlem. Tohle ne, tohle. Tak tohle bylo kurevsky těsný. Tady je hnedka druhý hajzlík. Ten už je těžko oděnej. Nikdo si mě nevšímá. Nikdo mě nevidí. V pohodě. Tak, tady to proběhneme. Nikdo nás nevidí. Ty vole, kolik těch vojáků tady kurva je, ty vole. Fakt, že jich to je tuna. Oj. Tak tady se prohodíme. A já poběžím nahoru. Hlavně nenápadně. Všude okolo. Kdo mě může vidět, když jsem vole tady? Hej. Já jsem ocas, já si vlezu do výtahu. A sjedu si dolů dobrovolně. On ten výtah ani nejede, to se prostě portne nahoru. Hodíme tady na něj kukenzí. O, dobrý den, pane, vy mi tu schováváte snajperku? To jsem moc rád. Už fakt nepotřebuji sbírat ani materiály. Toho máme tunu, máme postavený všecko a hele, jde se snipit.
Olga, I can see our friend Kozlov.
Then end him. It's the only way to be sure.
And if I miss?
You won't. Just remember to account for the bullet drop and wind speed. You can do the math in your head. Easy. You'll be fine.
What did I tell you? Shooting this miserable fuck in the head would be an act of mercy. I'm warning you. Don't do it. You can find your way in, I'm sure of it. The kitchen's just inside, no hassle at all.
Don't listen to this maniac. It's much too risky and completely unnecessary. It's like kicking a hornet's nest while standing inside it. Just focus, breathe, and take the shot. I'm sure you can pull this off. There's almost no wind today.
Já ho nechci, já sejmem ho prostě. What? Nice.
Run like hell.
You fucking maggot! I don't believe it! You ruined everything! Fuck you!
Olga z toho má radost, ale on z toho nebude mít radost. Ani trošku. Ani trošku. Jestli mi odejde další člen, ty vole, já už nevím, jak to normálně udělám. A teoreticky bych se měl zvládnout vrátit zpátky, ne? To mělo být prakticky všecko. Jenom si možná vyslechnu zas rozhovor, který nechci, no. To je na hovno, vy to musíte udělat prostě všechno tak, aby vám všichni zůstali. To jsou rozhodnutí úplně na piču, ty vole. Ale totálně. Jak to pak chcete všechno pozměnit, tak aby vám to sedělo, ty vole, na ty lidi, to je hrozný, to. A jestli to bez nich nejde udělat, protože vás to prostě nepustí do té závěrečné mise. Nevím, to. Ten je nasranej, tam sedí v rohu. Ale půjdu se vyházet, půjdem se vyspat, uvidíme, jestli ráno tady tenhle Michail bude chtít zdrhnout nebo ne. Protože to je hrůza, fakt že hrůza. Tak jdem to vychrupkať a teď se modlím, že tam ráno nebude stát, ty vole, Michael a nebude chtít zdrhnout stejně jako to udělal Tarakan, ty vole, to se fakt modlím. O ne, vypadá to, že v pohodě. Tak ale tady to zapíchnem, každopádně ličky, doufám, že se vám tahle epizoda líbila, pokud ano, nezapomeňte hodit like, pokud chcete vidět víc videí, které vycházejí na daily bázi, hoďte odběr, nějakou konstruktivní kritiku dolů do komentářů, protože se vždycky hodí, popustí to mě i samotný video. Nezapomeňte se podívat na můj Discord nebo komunitní Discord AG týmu, který máte v popisku videa a mě nezbývá, než vám poděkovat za to, že jste to dokoukali až sem a uvidíme se u další epizody. Čau čau!